let's find Rasputin. So there are multiple things for me to investigate. And now this one's trying to take me back to the village? That's weird. Or is it taking me over here? Nope, this is Rasputin. And the other thing is taking me back to the village. Alright. Is there anything for me to investigate around here?
You're alive. Does that mean I helped, Thaumaturge?
I don't have enough words to thank you for what you've done for me. I haven't felt this way in years.
I'm glad I could help.
I see him. My Uber. He's back. I can feel our bond growing stronger as each moment passes.
I'm happy for you, but do restrain your joy. We're in the cemetery.
When I heard you were at the cemetery, I was sure I'd see you resurrecting the dead.
Not yet. Today I'm just praying for rest for Vasily's soul. The whole village is suffering after his loss. He was the elder here.
He cursed this place. Since he died, darkness and misfortune have hung over the village.
You see? To them, every harm comes down to witchcraft. They believe that after Vasily's passing, the village was possessed by some monster that howls at night or some other Yafits.
Locals say that since the death of the village elder, a doom has hung over the village. Minor quarrels immediately turn into bloody fights, and people are tense and withdrawn. Things are not looking good.
What changed in the village after the elder died?
It's all dreadful, sir. Everything's gone topsy-turvy. When folks get to arguing now, they're so hot-headed, before you know it, they're at one another's throats. Ladies have no patience for kids, nor lads for ladies, nor neighbors for neighbors. Any word might seem offensive and like an insult waiting to happen. Then you've got to fight.
She's describing
Tragedies
Twitter.
such as Vasily's death leave their mark on everyone. It takes time to come to terms with something like this. That doesn't mean this place is possessed by dark forces.
How did this elder die?
There was a fire, sir. Flames shooting sky high, and him burning, swearing, speaking curses. And the curse stuck. Those ruins seem a profaned place now. A wicked spirit has taken over the blighted land.
Don't encourage her. Once she gets going, it can't be stopped.
This could also be the work of a salutor.
What do you mean?
As you were healing me, I had a dream, a vision. But on the borderline of sleep and wakefulness, I thought I saw a salutor. That's what might be influencing the villagers in wailing at night.
They're good people, but none too bright, Wiktor. I'm afraid they might be talking about a train.
The wise woman was saying the evil spirit is a book of hatch.
Does the creature hunting you rattle chains, slither around, and have a mouth full of giant fangs?
A book of hatch.
Where did this elder live?
I'll show you.
I'm wondering if it's the same entity as the
Let's allow
Ukobak
Vasily's soul to rest for today.
from Castlevania.
Amen.
Superstitions. A woman in the cemetery claims the village is haunted by a lich. His name is Bukavach. The village residents. A peaceful and happy village, not quite. The villagers are riled up and on the point of breaking, laying the blame for their troubles on the actions of a Bukavach. They are trying to defend themselves against the dark force with folk methods.
No luck. Oh well.
Elder Vasily died only a year ago, and his tombstone has clearly already been damaged. Why? All right, so we need the dimension force of deed up one more. Vukovaches are sometimes mentioned in tales and legends of Sirmia, a part of the kingdom of Slavonia. They personify brutal force and are the inexorable punishment for sins which is bound to come. I want that 1 point. We need to remember to come back here. I really should sit on my thaumaturgy points, I think. I'm sure we'll get a bunch here. Burned homestead. Locals recall the place with longing for lost peace and light. Marked by death, it has been cursed. Unpronounceable says, it's interesting that the game itself acknowledges that it's weird that people attacked you and that it's part of the story. Yeah, I like that too. This is very intriguing.
I felt something.
There we go.
Maybe I will try later.
I really need deed. Huh. Okay.
Can you feel it? It's the smell of mystery.
Alright, and there will always be things coalescing around clues.
True fear.
A charred doll, it appears old. The doll is caked with the hard crust of fear. Its layers are like the varnish of an age-old painting. A child's fear, a girl's terror, a young woman's dread. They form a cocoon smelling of turpentine that constricts the throat and forces tears from the eyes. Trace certain, Vesna. Did Vesna burn the house down? Oh yeah, there's some stuff in there. We're definitely going to want to investigate. Mind, heart, right? A destroyed door frame. By some miracle, it survived the fire. Thick lines of the wood grain are visible on the frame. They arrange themselves into words carved sharply, as if by a chisel. They scream about an attempt to break down the door, but the hinges finally letting go. They scream into a space that doesn't respond. The fear has embedded itself deep into the fabric of the door frame. Fear of the flames and the trepidation about losing a loved one.
A horrible death.
Blood sounds like suffering. A dried blood stain. It has soaked deep into the burned boards of the house. The wound inflicted with the scissors wasn't large, but it was accurate. Life left the body, the heart went into a spasm, and the mind recognized the end. It lasted for some time, and then the flames came, and the pain resounded anew. So there was a murder here, and they burned the house to hide the murder. All right, so we got our mind points up a little bit. Thief of Thought reduces focus by 1 additional point if the enemy is in the suffering state. Huh? Can I not put that there? I can. Oh, it has to be the lowest. Gotcha. Okay, I see. I see how it works.
This house was always full of fear, and its owner was still alive when the house caught fire. Someone wanted to kill him. The fire only covered up the crime. But murder gave birth to the flaw that you attached to, didn't it?
Huh.
I'll find you when I track down the murderer.
It's Vesna.
I know who owns this doll. Maybe I should give them back to her. She ought to know more about what happened here.
Alright, so I should be able to get the deed. Vesna's trace. The same trace can be felt on the rag doll and the item dropped by the woman. Vesna smells of fear. Her nerves are badly strained. Her heart is trembling. Her fingers are stiff from anxiety, and her mind wanders, lost in the wilderness of fear. May be able to find her home, discover what's behind her jittery condition.
Wiktor! I hope you've got what you want now, Thaumaturge. Because I think it's time to get out of here.
No. We'll beat the shit out of him.
Why the hurry, Father? We're the Tsar's men. How about the donation for the Tsar's army?
There are no Russian outposts here.
I think this is the guy with the nice boots.
You're the guy who trashed our comrades?
I don't know what the bad thing is. Like, I'm concerned that doing this will lead to bad options, but it's only ever been good for me so far, so I don't know. Say that the odds are uneven now.
This doesn't look like a fair fight.
That's why we're giving you a chance. Make a donation and we'll disperse in peace.
I didn't say the advantage was on your side.
Rasputin doesn't even help. All right. Okay, cool. We broke his focus. Okay. He goes next. We'll quick attack him to try to break that. Okay. Quick attack him. We'll attack him. Ouchie. Yikes. I can do a concussion to him. We'll do that. I need to start using the attack that heals me because I'm going to lose if I don't do that. Ouchie. Oof. Oof. Okay. Okay. Oh no, it didn't break him. Ouchie. Yeah, I can do it. 15 health back. Okay, I like the combat system. This is pretty enjoyable. All right. We'll just quick attack him and then heal ourselves. Okay, cool. We broke his action. Nice.
Are you alright, sir?
Me? Yes, but can these salutors also help you in a fight? Can you manipulate people and cast these demons into their minds?
Generally speaking, yes. Are you sure you're alright, sir?
Call me Grigori.
Let's head back. I have to visit someone in the village who can tell me more about what happened here.
Okay, cool. I get to stay here. Because we gotta investigate this stuff.
So much suffering.
Charred old trouser belt with a heavy metal buckle. The buckle cuts through leather like a razor. It's no longer a boring piece of clothing, but a tormentor's tool that descends on exposed flesh like a vulture. It pecks at it, leaving carmine wounds. Once, twice, thrice, it cuts deep all the way to the soul. There was another thing, wasn't there? Oh, there was a deed one at the cemetery. That we'll need to examine. So we'll go back to the cemetery really quick. And we'll snag that one as well. This is deeply enjoyable. This is a really intriguing game. This is a very interesting game. One thing I want to do, though, actually, now that I'm thinking about it, is I wanted to... where is it? We can definitely turn off motion blur. That shit is ugly as hell. Where is it? Yes, faster shots in combat. Let's just do fast and see if that makes combat flow a little bit better. Elder Vasily died only a year ago, and his tombstone has clearly already been damaged. Why? Stone strikes against stone, heavy, guided by a hateful hand. The blows carry anger, despair, and chaos. The tombstone cracks and crumbles, but it's not enough. Death is not enough. Vandalizing a grave is not enough. Nothing will ever be enough. This is a cool game that I like a lot. I really have so many thoughts already. This is really fun stuff. Like, deeply enjoyable. It's so weird. It's just so unfathomably strange as a video game. Let's talk to the old lady first. Okay, yeah, now the thing is gone. We're not wandering around confused anymore. Let's talk to the old lady, see what she thinks. Rude says it's interesting so far.
Look around.
I agree.
You've been going in so many circles, your head will spin.
Ask about how Vasily's death has affected the village.
And that tragedy at the Elder's farm, did it affect people badly?
Some less, others more. He was like an icon to some folk here.
But I found out he could be heavy-handed.
He was a drinker and a beater. So, some folk here don't miss him one bit. Have you got many more nosy questions?
The wise woman revealed that Vesna sought help from her regarding her father's behavior. She was fed up with the violence he was inflicting on her.
Well then, I hope you'll still be alive when I get back, madam.
Is it gonna be mob justice? Are the ladies gonna have won? Is that what is? Are all of the women on the Oriental Express guilty of the crime? Is that what's happening here?
Now I know that woman's trace. Vesna and her husband both left traces of themselves at Vasily's burned-out farmstead. Luca sincerely loves his wife. You think he loves her strongly enough to kill for her? You're right. It'd be better to ask Vesna about that.
Weird fade. That's like one of the moments, the Euro janky things about the game is that it has slightly less than elegant transitions.
I wanted to talk. Ma'am, please open the door.
Please go. We didn't invite any guests over.
Please open the door. I'd like to have a chat about your husband.
You'd better not be here when he gets back. He's not as talkative or polite as I am.
Vesna about Luca. It is clear that this is not the first time Vesna has threatened someone with her husband. Luca must not have the best reputation around the village. Residents see Luca as a sullen churl and a recluse. However, he seems to have a soft spot. Luca was at Vasily's house on the night of the murder and the fire took place.
I know you're scared, but please just open the door a crack and let me ask one quick question.
What do you want?
part 1.
I think I've got something of yours. I found it by your father's burned-out farmhouse. You've imprinted your fear onto it. I know because I'm a thaumaturge. I want to help.
What do you want to know?
Where can I find your husband?
In the clearing, by the forest. He's chopping wood with the others.
Thank you.
Get that thing out of here.
Okay. Updated my journal. All right, another thaumaturgy point. That's helpful. Definitely going to want to get that as well, just so that we have more upgrades. This really doesn't need double damage. Quick attack, interrupting the enemy's action is pretty good. We can have the strong attack restore focus. There we go. This is a pretty good one. We'll do that. Okay. Interesting. All right, we've made some observations. Things are going pretty smoothly. Let's go back, see if we've learned anything new. We kind of did.
Thaumaturgy.
You've been going in...
Okay, nothing.
Well then, I hope...
This is very interesting. This game reminds me in many ways of like Vampire, which was not a great game, but was kind of interesting. I played that entirely without a HUD, as an aside. That made that game extraordinarily difficult. Really weird game.
Again.
This time, it's a matter of life and death.
Great score.
How is your search going?
Almost finished. I know who's attracting the Bukavach.
Can you reveal that secret?
It's Luca. It has to be Luca.
Do you still want to catch that salutor?
Yes, absolutely.
Despite the risk?
I hope I can persuade you to come with me.
That's an enormous favor you're asking me. I hope you'll be able to return it.
I give my word.
Did you hear? We're going to see Luca Bogosian.
Okay, it just straight up takes us, and now we can't leave. Alright, let's look around for anything we can learn. Well, that's the life in the countryside for you.
I'm not here to fight.
Luca!
You shouldn't have threatened my wife.
Why did you do this?
I don't know what you're talking about.
You're the one who brought the salutor here. The spirit that you all say arrived in the village after Vasily's death. The salutor is what's making fear consume you all and making you hot-headed. And it's because of your flaw, which has been within you since the murder took place.
A murder might just be about to take place.
Cut off his head.
What?
Tear off his head before he opens his mouth again.
It's Vesma.
Unless you're the one that killed him.
And I'd do it again if I could. Get out of here!
Here you are, Bukalaj. Vesna's flaw is mine,
and you're mine.
This is bananas. Fighting wild salutors. To defeat a wild salutor, you must get rid of the shadows that protect him. Vanquishing the shadows will weaken him, but the weaker he is, the more fiercely he'll fight back. The bar tells you when a wild salutor sends more enemies against you. Okay. Sure, let's do it. All right, so we need to beat Luca's shadow. Okay. Doom. Suffering times 5 receives damage 3 to 4 at the end of every round, max 4 times. Let's do it. Okay, I wasn't able to break the strike. Let's see if we can do it again. There we go, broke the strike. It's gonna cast Doom. States. Bukavach has caused you to enter the suffering state. States can have benign or potentially deadly effect. Read the descriptions. Suffering, so this is poison. So what we're gonna wanna do is divert and then liberum veto. Because I want him to be unfocused. And I want my status to be removed. There we go, no status. He has 3 focus points out of 5. I'll take both hits if I do this. Let's do that. We'll reduce the focus again as well. I love Upor. He's cute. Cranky old man soldier. All right. Diversion. And then I'll concuss him and take him out. There we go. Oh, I see. So now that we've taken him out, it gets more complicated. There are more people here. Who attacks first? Vesna. Do that. And now, who's this guy? Okay, that's the Bukavach. This one, we'll do that. I can't believe we just punched Vesna in the face. We'll try to interrupt. Good. Didn't work, but that's fine. All right, so... Ooh, we might actually be in a pretty bad spot right now. Diversion... And then liberum. Because I want to cure myself of the poison. And then here... Should I concuss him? Yes. And then for her, he's going to use Eerie Intoxication to heal himself, to heal me. And there we've eliminated a enemy. And, okay, well, take on the... Oh, that did a lot of damage. Oh, that's really bad. All right. 17 health up. Okay, that's pretty good. We're all right. And we'll interrupt. Vehemence is our flaw.
You lose. You're going crazy again, you blind fool.
A little faith, Thaumaturge. Focus on what's true. My voice is true. I am the truth, you see. Look.
The power of friendship is helping us face our shadows and awaken our personas. Taming a salutor. You defeat Bukavoch, the deed dimension salutor, but you cannot tame him on your own. Rasputin comes to your help. The untamed salutor won't obey your orders, stops you from developing and weakens your perception. Fortunately, Rasputin soothed his anger. You achieved the unachievable.
Unbelievable.
How do you feel? Are you all right?
Well, I don't think I'm hallucinating, but that means I'm currently facing a crowd of furious lumberjacks with axes, so I'd say I've been better.
What? I'm telling the truth. I'd do it again. None of you understand anything. It's because of this magician. It's his fault.
The magician didn't kill Vasily. He didn't bring the evil here. You're a witch! To the stake with her! To the stake!
And you, why are you just standing there? Are you just letting them do this? Fine, I'll handle it myself. I did it before, and I can do it now.
What have you done? Go. You don't need to see this.
Huh. Force Vesna to flee. Prevent Luca from making rash decisions. Oh man. Oh man, what is the choice that we make? Remind Luca of the proof that he loves Vesna. Oh no. What do we want to do? I don't want her to flee. Prevent Luca from making rash decisions. This one requires the most, so let's do that.
Nothing has to be decided at the moment. Certainly not things that can't be undone.
Well, exactly. Beat it, you scoundrels. There's enough blood in this village already. Sharing a village with murderers? You were the first to spill blood! It's not the same. If that's the case, you're banished from the village. Get out of here! We'll burn away the impurity you left in our village. Phew.
All right, that's not the best ending, but I'll take it. Oh man, and now I'm back here. Okay. Let's get one more deed. I wasn't expecting this to boot me back here. Because I was thinking maybe we could talk to the old lady some more, but I guess not.
Excuse me, sir? Do you happen to know when the train arrives? The postmaster said it's usually no more than an hour late, so it should be here any moment. I got a tougher question for you.
Pardon?
Will this train get me close to Albuquerque?
I'm afraid that's an ocean away, and even to the ocean you've got a ways to go.
Thank you. Ever since I took a wrong turn at Albuquerque, I can't get my bearings. Things I've seen, sir. Places I've been. I just can't get to Albuquerque.
That's wild. That's like an old, an urban legend myth thing, right? Interesting. This is a weird game. The cultural things that have influenced this game are so weird. Absolutely bizarre. And I don't know. I don't know what to think about it. I am not infallible. I was certain it was Luca who had the flaw, but it turned out to be his wife who lured Bukavoch here. Her flaw was brought about by a family tragedy. Vesna killed her violent father, seeing no other way to save herself. This game is Looney Tunes. This is bananas. This is so weird.
I wanted to send 2 telegrams, one to Warsaw and one to Paris.
Mr. Szulski, I was meant to send for you when the driver came to get the mail. My condolences about your father. Do you still want to send something?
Did you come to say goodbye to me?
More like to share my fear. Your condition yesterday, after the fight with that Bukovac, it troubled me. I don't think my treatments are having a long-lasting effect. And you don't look the best. Do you feel all right?
I've just heard that my father is dead.
My condolences.
After your treatment, when I was hallucinating, I saw him. I heard his voice for the first time in years. I'm sure it was him. A strange feeling.
Maybe he came to say goodbye. Maybe it was his last chance to speak to you. A prophecy.
I hope not.
What do you intend to do now?
Just a moment ago, I was thinking about Vienna or Budapest and going on from there to Paris, but now I've got to get to Warsaw first. What about you?
Thanks to you. I don't think I have anything else to do here. I had a little time to think about what I saw in your mind. Tell me, Wiktor, have you ever seen a human skull cracked open on the cobblestones?
Your question sounded like a threat.
Because it is, for all of us. I have the skull of Franz Ferdinand himself, with his brain spilling out onto the sidewalk. I also saw the white steps in Odessa running with blood. A battlefield blanketed in lethal fog, with faceless beings emerging from it. This hasn't happened yet, but I saw it as clearly as I see you now. Thanks to you, I know that I can stop it. I know that I am part of history, and I can change it.
Huh.
Even at the cost of scorn, contempt, or my life. You promised me a favor, so Warsaw sounds perfect.
This is not the direction I thought this game was going. Huh. I guess we left the old lady in town without finishing up her question, so I wonder what I missed, but damn. This was a fascinating opening to a game, and how promising. There's still so much that we can there's stuff that we missed. That's so exciting. It's so exciting that we could replay this game sometime and get different information there. This game is wacky bananas.
Warsaw! 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 Last stop, Warsaw. Time to wake up.
It's clouding over.
The weather is like my mood.
Aside from the circumstances of the funeral bringing you back, you hadn't thought of ever returning here?
I hate this city. It always makes me think of the stench of vodka, sweat, and urine. Corruption, poverty, and trust me, no justice but street justice.
I'm sure something must have changed since you left.
But probably not for the better.
What about the people? Those close to you? You'll never miss them?
The only person I consider close is my sister. But Varsovians? Let's see. Workers are striking. They want to take advantage of the Tsar's visit to Warsaw. The protests are being violently suppressed. Last week, around a dozen people were killed. Polish Socialist Party militants attacked a train. They stole money, bonds, and explosive materials. They're also suspected of robbing a transport of Dutch pomade. The socialists in Warsaw must look pretty sharp then. Further along, we've got murders, muggings, and poverty.
The newspapers feed on sensation. Remember that in darkness, even a small spark can be seen clearly. Even I can feel hope from all the people riding with us. Can't you?
This game is so charming. This is wild.
Cheap labor influx causes housing shortage. Strikes, Jews, poverty, violence, the Polish Socialist Party stealing military equipment. I wonder if there are any political cartoons.
Warsaw, end of the line. Welcome to Warsaw.
I think the time's come to ask where you plan to stay.
I'll let you know when I come up with something.
Where did this game come from? This is delightful. Oh man. This game kicks all kinds of ass. Holy smokes. Oh man, this is delightful. This is a delightful video game. Warsaw. Warsaw is neither close nor distant to me. It is the city of my childhood, early youth, my first experiences, those thaumaturgical and otherwise. When I left, I didn't miss it. I did miss my home, my sister, my friend. But the city meant only as much as my loved ones who were there. It was defined by their presence. I didn't really cherish my memories of Warsaw, but I remember it differently. I knew where they sold the best candies, which way home was the fastest. Now I feel like I don't know the city at all. It's still a melting pot where emotions simmer, pushing the town's matter to its limits. It all still rests in anticipation of change and eruption and action. But it is different. I am different. I'll have to relearn my way around here all over again. Southern Shrodmichi? That sounds close to what this could be. Shrodmichi, maybe? I'm not sure. I do not speak Polish. Rhythm permeates every brick here, every cobblestone, every rail. The racket of steam engine pistons, of hammers working on the soaring buildings, and the frenetic heartbeats the stomp of marching protesters. The dynamics of progress and change are overwhelming, intoxicating, and emboldening. I can hear the ripple of dissent more and more clearly. The rhythmic pulse loosens the rivets holding bilingual signboards together and unties corset knots. In this place you live in the here and now, because the past reeks of decay, and it's too terrifying to think of what the future holds. I wanted to see if we could read that letter that had sent from Ligia. Not this one, though. This one was the preamble. I forgot to put a space after that period. But it doesn't seem like it's available. Vukovac. You already read that? Paimon. This is the demon king from Hereditary. You are so beautiful, fallen angel, full of grace, energy, and color. I thought that you would become my teacher, that you would open the world of philosophy, art, and magic to me, that together we would discover the secrets of Earth's elements, and the secrets of people's hearts, that I would become something more, that having as many as 2 salutors I would reach for what is available only to the strongest. Instead, you broke me. You brought nightmares and visions that crushed my mind to dust. Because of you, I am nothing but a shadow. What an interesting video game.